please remain standing for the national anthem.
Welcome, everyone, and please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to the December 2018 Commencement for Lamar University's College of Business. I'm Toni Mulvaney, and I serve as the Associate Dean of the college. I'm sorry to say that our brand new dean, Dan French, woke up with a fever today, and he sends his deepest regrets for not being here for his very first College of Business commencement. So please join me and keep him in your thoughts and prayers as we hope for a speedy recovery. Graduation candidates, today we get to recognize you and honor your successes in achieving your educational goals. It has been a long road, and each of you has your own story to tell, your own challenges, your achievements, your setbacks, and your victories. Please turn your attention to the video screens and hear from some of the successful graduates of the class of 2018.
My favorite thing about Lamar was meeting my wife and getting a solid education and falling in love with this area.
If I would have been asked while I was on campus what my favorite thing, smell of turkey legs on game day. Nowadays, I probably have to say the faculty and staff, but they've been here to support me while I was in school. Now they're supporting me post-graduation.
My favorite thing about Lamar was having access to the professors and local business leaders that truly have a vested interest in your success.
My favorite thing about Lamar were the bonds that I made while I went there. I'm able to maintain a consistent focus for my company and a direction of where we're heading because I learned these skills while being involved in several organizations while getting my degree at Lamar University.
Having the best professors, that led me to be successful in all of my endeavors, and I've always had the opportunity to contact them after I left Lamar. That open door policy works even after you're gone.
My favorite thing about Lamar University, hands down, was the people. I made friendships and relationships there that I still have today. People that I work with constantly, people who are very close to me.
My advice for all the graduates out there, very simply, seize the day, make a difference, be a contributor, and compete at the highest level.
Your degree is going to get you an interview. Your connections and bonds that you made while attending Lamar might even get the door open for you and get you a job offer. But once you get that job, it's going to be up to you to excel. Grit and determination mean a whole lot now.
My advice for the graduates sitting in the room today is try to find that one thing that you're really good at and that you love. And understand that those two things may not happen at the same time. You may find something that you love but you're not good at yet, or you may find something that you're really good at that it takes a while to develop a passion for. And if you can find that rare third thing, someone to pay you to do that thing that you're really good at and that you're passionate about, you got it made.
You're walking into the office building and you're meeting people, but you're saying, okay, this is what I won't do, or I'm only willing to do this, or I want to stay in this city because, you know, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Upon graduation, don't put those self-blinders on yourself. Do yourself a favor. Be open to everything. Be open to promotions. Be open to transfer.
If you're still playing Pokemon Go, now's the time to stop.
The more effort you put in, the more valuable it is. It's not just about grades. It's about relationships and taking away a concept or a theory that you can then apply to whatever area of life that you're in.
Being able to excel because you outthink, outwork, and outplan everybody else is going to allow you to climb that corporate ladder in whatever career path that you decide.
To be an entrepreneur, you must have the ability to relight your fire every day. You have to be completely open for the river changing wherever it wants to go and hopping on that boat and riding it.
Lamar University prepared me for what I'm doing today by giving me the knowledge and also the hands-on experience that I needed to go out into the world and build my resume, build my career up, and ultimately get to the place where I'm running my own company now.
Be persistent. And I think that persistence, the principle, the lesson of persistence, is something that can only be taught by encountering a struggle or a difficulty.
And also, take a lot of pictures in life because you're only going to get uglier from here.
I'm Scott Fisher.
And I'm Kayla Fisher.
My name is Fred Vernon.
I'm Georgine Guillory.
And I'm just one of Lamar's many stories.
And I'm just one of Lamar University's
Many stories.
We are entrepreneurs.
We are
LU.
For you to arrive at this point, there must have been many people who have given you encouragement in your studies and indeed support throughout your life. Please join me in recognizing them and expressing your appreciation. Parents of our candidates, please stand and receive our applause. Grandparents, please stand and be recognized. Spouses, children, and grandchildren of our candidates, please stand. Other relatives and friends, please stand and let us recognize you. Thank you. Also, candidates, playing a major part in your higher educational journey has been our dedicated faculty who have served you as instructors, counselors, and mentors during your education here at Lamar University. Faculty, please stand and let us recognize you. Family, friends, faculty, thank you for joining us here to make this a memorable celebration of this important milestone in the life of each of our candidates. Today, we recognize 132 graduates, 45 at the master's level, and 87 bachelor degrees. We gather today to recognize and honor our graduates for your tireless efforts, focused dedication, and deserved achievements in the demanding and competitive arena of higher education. For years, our graduates have been striving to reach the educational milestones that we're celebrating today. Graduates, you made it. Congratulations to each of you for achieving your goal. Now it's time to set new goals. We challenge you to continue to learn, to use your knowledge wisely, and to excel throughout the rest of your life. Our graduates today come from 5 countries outside the United States and from 38 cities and towns in Texas. Candidates, many people have supported you throughout your life and your studies. I would like you to join me as we express our appreciation to them. At this time, I would like to introduce our platform participants. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. We'll start with the front row, stage left. Dr. Kenneth Evans, President of Lamar University. Dr. James Marquardt, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Joe Nordgren, Associate Provost. Dr. Brenda Nichols, Vice Provost for Digital Learning. Craig Ness, Vice President for Finance and Operations. To my left, Jennifer Warren, this morning's speaker, who will be introduced more fully in a few minutes. Joel Barrera, this morning's student speaker. That's the front row. On the second row, Dr. James Sladen, mace carrier and one of our readers today. Dr. William Harn, Dean of the Graduate College. Dr. Kevin Dodson, Dean of the Rio Honors College. Ms. Claire Burns, Director of the Master of Science Accounting Program. Dr. Marlene Swerdlow, Director of General Business Programs and Bachelor of Business Administration online programs. Dr. Ricardo Colon, Chair of Accounting and Business Law. Dr. Larry Allen, Chair of Economics and Finance. Dr. Kakoli Bandiapatiye, Chair of Information Systems and Analysis. Dr. Kabir Sen, Chair of Management and Marketing. Dr. Se-Yong Huang, Program Director of the Reese Construction Management Program. Dr. Karen Newhouser, one of our readers today. Ms. Deborah Greschner, our vocalist. And Mr. David Short, our University Registrar. It is also my pleasure to introduce conductor Andrew McMahon and members of the Lamar University Commencement Brass Ensemble. Their music adds so much to this special occasion. Thank you. Candidates, we are here to celebrate your achievement. Sometimes during these commencement ceremonies, people will applaud loudly, wave their hands, shake their bodies, blow horns, make extreme noise. I'm here to say that such behavior is not only permissible, but that I strongly encourage it. We are here to celebrate, and let the celebration begin. This is a momentous occasion for you. You join a group of only 3 in 10 American adults who hold baccalaureate degrees. The portion is even smaller among Texans, and even less in Southeast Texas. You have completed a challenging journey. You have persevered, stayed up late to study for those exams, spent hours at the computer composing those reports and projects. You stuck to it, and finally, your day of graduation has arrived. Let's do a little exercise to demonstrate your perseverance. Would the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please stand for a moment? Just those of you getting your BBA today. There you are. If you took 4 years or fewer to graduate, please sit down. And congratulations. 5 years to graduate. 6 years. 7 years. 8 years? Do we have a long way to go? 10? Ah! How many? 18? 18 years. Today you begin a new phase in your journey through life. Your Lamar education has prepared you to take on new opportunities and to reach new goals. Those goals might include landing your first big job, finding a new job, becoming an entrepreneur, starting a business, inventing a new product or service, or dare I say, continuing your education at the graduate level. Lamar University College of Business degree candidates, we are all so proud of you. Best wishes as you move forward into the new frontiers of your life. I guess that's one more time. It is now my great pleasure and honor to introduce to you today's commencement speaker, Ms. Jennifer Warren. Jennifer Warren graduated from Lamar University in 1996 and headed for Austin, Texas, where she started her career in advertising. She worked at agencies big and small, but spent most of her advertising career at GSD&M, where she worked with well-known brands such as Southwest Airlines, Samsung, and Walmart. Then, after 15 years, her curiosity led her to move to the corporate world. One of Jennifer's first corporate adventures was with Radio Shack, where she joined the executive turnaround team as their chief marketing officer. Her Radio Shack marketing team developed the 2014 Super Bowl campaign that won awards and was recognized by USA Today as one of the top 5 Super Bowl ads of all time. That campaign also landed her on Ad Age's list of women to watch and earned her the American Advertising Federation Hall of Achievement Award and the Chief Marketing Officers Club Top Award for Creativity. Next, Jennifer's passion as a marketer brought her to At Home, where she served as the Chief Marketing Officer and helped the firm advance its mission of helping people affordably turn their houses into homes. There, she contributed to nearly doubling company revenue growth and expanding the store's footprint from 70 to 120 across the United States. Now back in Austin, Texas, Jennifer is Vice President of Corporate Marketing for Indeed.com, the world's largest internet job site. Please join me in welcoming one of my favorite students of all time, Jennifer Warren.
And Ms. Mulvaney was one of my favorites as well, so I was excited to see her here today. What a big day. I'm so excited for you all. You've already been given a lot of great advice, especially the Pokemon advice. That was probably my favorite, but a lot of good things in there. I've been trying to remember how I felt sitting out there. What I can tell you is I did not remember the commencement speaker, so that took a little bit of pressure off of me for today, but I'll try hard not to bore you. I do remember feeling excited and feeling relieved and also not being completely sure what I was going to do next. So I do want to say it's okay if you don't have your life plan and things mapped out. In fact, if you do, you might see that things don't go exactly how you have planned because so much is going to change in the world. In fact, when I graduated, and this is going to make me old, the iPhone did not exist, nor did Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Netflix. Digital and social marketing was not a thing. So just within my industry alone, so much has changed over the last 20 years, and so I've had to really adapt to it. Also, I wanted to tell you about a few good changes for you that make it a really great time to be looking for a job. One, in the US, there's actually a worker shortage. The unemployment rate is at an all-time low, the lowest it's been in 17 years. And for college graduates, it's actually only 2.1%, so it's a really great time to be in the workforce. There are even, I was reading some articles the other day, towns that will pay you to move there. They'll pay off your college education, they'll help you buy your house. Now that's not everywhere, but that just demonstrates how much people are looking to find talent like you all. And so it's a great time. There's also a lot more diversity in the workplace, and this is at all levels, so that makes it an exciting time. And then as evident of myself, it's also a time in which you can work globally and live in the US. There are even opportunities where you can work globally from the comfort of your home. So I think it's never been a more exciting time to be out there. Now I'm going to try, as I promised, not to bore you, but I do want to share a few stories with you that will lead to 5 pieces of advice that are achievable for everyone. First is set a goal, but know that there are a lot of ways to get there. I did have a goal, but I had no idea how I was going to get there when I graduated. My goal at the time was to move to Austin. I had a boyfriend that had moved there. And then secondly, I wanted to work in advertising or marketing. Anything in my field was kind of what I'd set as my goal. Now, I didn't have many connections in Austin, so I just got online and I tried to find, what are the top, I'll set my goals high, what are the top places to work in Austin in the marketing field. And I discovered an agency called GSD&M, an advertising agency, that worked with big global brands, and they were also the author of Don't Mess with Texas. So I thought, well, that's got to be a great place to work. And so I quickly sent in my resume, and I just as quickly got rejected. And I got a letter in the mail that said, thank you so much for sending me your resume. I will keep it on file. And I thought, great. And they also said they got thousands of applicants, so I knew what that meant. But that brings me to my second piece of advice, which is be ready to pivot at any time, because things, as I was saying, are not always going to go as you have them planned. So luckily I had a backup plan. I had sent my resume to anywhere. I saw someone's advice earlier about having grit and just keep going. I'd sent my resume everywhere. And got a call from a direct response media buying agency, and they offered me a job. Now, this wasn't the glamorous job I had in mind. It wasn't working for big brands. It was basically doing infomercials, those 1-800 number, call now. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it wasn't the big brand job I thought I was going to get out of school. But I took that, got Employee of the Month. I worked hard. I rolled up my sleeves. I did the job. But at the same time, I wanted to get closer to my career goal, so I joined the advertising club there. And I volunteered for every single committee, every single job that was available, just to make connections. And that experience 3 years later led me to GSD&M, working directly for the author of Don't Mess with Texas, Tim McClure, and one of the founders of GSD&M. So that was a great experience for me. I was there for 12 years. I loved every day of it. I made some of the best connections, some of the best mentors, had the best time of my life. But this is going to lead me to my number 3 piece of advice, which is stay uncomfortable to stay relevant. So that it's counterintuitive, right? I'm in a job I love, I'm having so much fun, and then I leave the job. But I left the job because, as I was saying earlier, the world of marketing had changed. There was more digital and interactive marketing. I didn't feel like I was really getting what I needed to continue to grow in my career. And I was offered a job at the largest global interactive digital agency called Razorfish. It was a hard decision because I was so happy, but I knew I needed to push myself. It was also hard because I knew I did not know what I was doing. And I was going into a senior role, but the reason they offered it to me is they wanted to know how to build brands. So their largest account was Samsung, and they said, we want your help building a brand. But I did not know the digital interactive side. And in fact, so much so that the owner or the head of the agency said, I'm going to give you this chance because we really need to know what you know, but I'm going to be honest. This client is probably going to eat your lunch. He's going to eat your lunch because he's a digital genius, and he's tough as nails. So it was a little intimidating. I spent a lot of time in meetings not knowing what anybody was talking about, but I will say, without going into the details, the client did not eat my lunch, and went on to running another company as CMO and actually requested me to lead his business. So And that was just through working hard and doing something that I was afraid of doing. And that job ultimately led me to the CMO role at Radio Shack, which was a clear defining moment in my career. Which leads me to number 4, which is failure teaches you more than success. So it was a career defining because it did give me a big platform to take everything I had learned up until that point and really put a lot of investment behind it. It was a big stage. Everybody was looking to see what was going to happen at Radio Shack. Myself and the other members of the executive team decided we were going to go big or go home, and we were going to buy some advertising on the Super Bowl. Now, it was a first-time CMO. My well-seasoned CMO friends advised me, do not do this, Jennifer. If that ad is bad, if you're not in a top 20 or 30, it's going to be like laughing stock, like don't do this. But decided we were going to go for it and hired my friends at GSD&M, because I decided if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have people around me that I know what they're doing and that I trust. And so we went for it. We bought an ad on the Super Bowl, and as Ms. Mulvaney was saying, it did land on the top 5 Super Bowl ads of all time. And it's hard to beat out the Budweisers and Doritos of the world, but we did it. It was exciting. It was a great time in my career. And it did get people back into the stores temporarily. So we did not succeed at turning Radio Shack around, but I will tell you that there was so much that I learned through that experience. It was the best time in my career and also the worst. It was the most exciting, but it was also scary. It was all of those things. But don't be afraid to pushing yourself to be uncomfortable. And if you don't fail, that will mean you have not done that enough. So be okay putting yourself out there, be okay failing, and the best advice when that happens, it might not feel great, but think of what you can learn from that moment. And that's what I did, and I will say that failure is the best teacher. Last but not least, be grateful. So as I was saying, there are times when you're going to hit roadblocks or things aren't actually going to go exactly how you had planned. I've certainly experienced that a lot in my career. There's a lot of studies out there that say a key to happiness is gratefulness. So I'd like to encourage you every day to think of what you are grateful for. And when I was also thinking back to being out there like all of you, what I remembered also was my friends and my family and everyone that I saw stand up earlier that were here to support me. And today is a day that I hope you will take a breath and celebrate and appreciate yourselves for all of this hard work and endurance that it took to get to today. Appreciate Lamar and your professors here who taught you everything that you know. And just appreciate all of those that were here for you. I remember feeling that appreciation for my friends and family when I look back on this day. That's one of the things I remembered most, is everyone being here and how exciting that was. And I have many of them here with me today, including my daughter, Maddie, and I just think that is really what matters. So I hope you will spend today. I know you're probably ready to get on to what's next, but take a few moments, take a deep breath, and celebrate. And with that, I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes, and that is, if not you, then who? And what that means to me is it's easy to sit around and you see an opportunity, you see something you want to do, you identify something that needs to happen. It's very common to just sit back and go, well, someone's going to do that, or maybe that opportunity is not exactly right for me. But I would encourage you, if you see something, to go for it. It is you, and there's no one better for that than you. So please remember that. If not you, then who? And go for those opportunities. With that, I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you today. I'm proud of you, and I hope you'll be celebrating big today. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer, for those inspiring words of advice. And just know that we're not only proud of you, we are grateful that you're out there in the world representing Lamar. Each year, the College of Business Commencement Committee holds a competition who will determine who will be our student speaker. This year's competition hosted a group of talented students and ultimately selected Joel Barrera to give this year's commencement speech. Joel Alberto Barrera was born and raised in Honduras. He attended ITC High School and served as student body president, class president, and captain of the soccer team. Joel graduated from high school in 2001, and a year later, he immigrated with his family to live in the United States of America. Since then, he has lived in such places as Tampa and Miami, Florida, Madison, Wisconsin, and for the past 8 years, Port Neches, Texas. In May 2015, Joel graduated magna cum laude from Lamar State College in Port Arthur with an Associate of Arts degree in Business Administration. During his time at Lamar Port Arthur, Joel was inducted into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and Alpha Beta Gamma Business Honor Society. While taking between 15 and 18 hours each semester, Joel worked in the oil industry as a labor worker. In 2019, he will be relocating to the Woodlands, Texas, to work as a systems, application, and products financial analyst for ExxonMobil. Joel also gives his time back to the community and has served as the choir director at the St. Joseph Catholic Church in Port Arthur and the coordinator of the Charismatic Renewal for Cristo Rey in Beaumont. Joel married his wife, Maggie Barrera, in 2008, and they have 2 beautiful daughters, Ellie and Viviana. He enjoys living in this country, which he now calls home. And what Joel loves most about being a United States citizen is that opportunities are created for everyone, regardless of color, social background, or nationality. Today, Joel graduates with his Bachelor of Business Administration in General Business, Industrial Engineering. Joel has come so far from being a construction worker who didn't know any English to now graduating with his BBA, and he hopes to teach anyone that crosses his path that anything in life is possible as long as you're willing to fight for it. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to our college business graduate student speaker, Joel Barrera.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Mulvaney, President Evans, Provost Marquardt, distinguished guests, faculty, family members, and friends. And to the class of 2018, congratulations, we made it. I am genuinely honored and humble of receiving today the daunting task of trying to give you something insightful, motivational, and memorable. I promise. I'm going to try to keep you awake for the next 5 minutes. Isn't it today a beautiful day? We are finally able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, we have been through some rough time together, many long days and sleepless nights. And who can deny the long waiting lines at Chick-fil-A and Panda Express? Today, we have arrived not at the end of the road, but rather to a station on a journey that began 4 to 5 years for some of us, and I think this journey should always continue. I'm sure that every person here today has somehow experienced some sort of struggle, fear, or self-doubt, either at school, at work, or at home. To this, I think we can all relate. Our uniqueness comes from that we are all special, but special not for what we have done or for what we have failed to do, rather for what we are worth as human beings, for our desires to prosper and to improve ourselves every day in the effort to achieve success and happiness. But I ask, what is success? And how can we achieve happiness? Well, let me answer by start with the first question. Success is not defined by our achievements, rather by the trials and failures that we had overcome in a journey. As John Maxwell puts it, successful and unsuccessful people do not vary much in their ability. They differ in their desire to reach their potential. And at the Lamar University College of Business, we have been equipped with the tools necessary to continue this journey, to reach our potentials, to be competitive, and to excel in a demanding global business environment. But know this, that a tool inside a toolbox is of no use to you while you are outside in the field. You must take it out of the box and be willing to carry it with you at all times. Be prepared for the unpredictable, because when you start feeling comfortable, life will always find its way to throw a curveball at you. I know this very well firsthand. You see, 6 years ago, I was 30 years old, and I thought I already have life figured out. I have a beautiful family and a stable job with a clear career path for supervision for a contractor company working in the oil industry. Suddenly, I had an accident in which I fell over 15 feet high and landed on the ground, hitting my head. Thanks to the Lord, I was able to make it out alive. It took over 6 months to recover, to learn how to do everything again, from learning how to balance my body, how to walk, how to make coherent sentences when I spoke. And when I finally fully recovered, the doctor told me that I have lost some of my cognitive abilities and that I will suffer from headaches every day for the rest of my life. Therefore, he recommended that I had to switch my career path and do something easy where I wouldn't be stressed or exert myself too much. Being the man that I am, I did just the contrary to that. I enrolled in the spring semester of 2014 with 15 credits and still managed to work 7 days and 12 hours during the summertime. I am sure we can all relate to my story. Well, maybe not by falling 15 feet and landing with your head on the ground. Please don't do that. But I know we all have faced troubles in life. Maybe you had lost a loved one through a cancer battle, or perhaps you lost that dream job by messing up in the first interview, or that girl or that boy that you thought it will be with you forever. You see, there will always be many adversities in our life, and they will be of many different magnitudes. But what is really important is what you do about them and how well you prepare for them. Amid tragedy, I learned to ask for help, and that it was okay to be vulnerable. That when we open ourselves to others, we create connections that will last for a lifetime. And at Lamar University, I was able to find just that. To build a network of friends that always supported me. To make mentors out of professors and heroes out of advisors. And my personal heroes were Dr. Swarlow and Dr. B, who not only helped me accommodate my busy schedule, but also guided me and pointed me out in the right direction every time I felt lost. I would also like to recognize the great staffers like Miss Casey Studman and Miss Lakeisha Thomas. You guys are lifesavers. And I'm going to try to answer the second question. How can we achieve happiness? I'll leave you with this. First and foremost, put God first in everything you do. Be humble and dedicate your life to serve others, especially those who can't help themselves. And finally, get involved in everything that it is that you're passionate about and fight for what is right, even when everyone tells you that you're wrong. Once again, thanks to all the parents, to the husbands, to the wives, to the family members for your unconditional support. And to my wife, I love you. I could have not done it without you. And to my fellow graduates, class of 2018, congratulations. We made it. One more Pokemon, okay? No more. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you for those inspirational remarks, Joel. You do represent us very well. Thank you for your speech. We will now have the certification of graduates. Y'all ready? President Evans, please join me. Will the candidates for the master's and baccalaureate degrees please stand and remain standing? That's all y'all. President Evans, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Business, I am pleased to present the candidates who have met all of the requirements for their listed degrees.
Thank you. Well, I now have the best job in the house. It's pretty cool. So by the authority vested in me and Lamar University by the Board of Regents of the Texas State University System, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been certified, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the world pertain to those degrees. You have one last remaining examination question before you can graduate. It's a hard one. I'm going to ask you to move your tassel from the front right to the left. Graduates, congratulations.
President Evans and guests, we now have presentation of the College of Business graduating class of December 2018, beginning with the master's degree candidates, followed by our baccalaureate candidates in the order published in the program. The rest of you can sit down.
Master of Science in Accounting, Hannah Michelle Bro. Joshua Brian Gibbs. Susan Elizabeth Odell. Haley Nicole Shiflett. Master of Business Administration, Aisha Al-Farhan. Christopher James Arnold. Nicholas Emmett Olanda Cavalcanti. Gregory Hunter Sherrier. Grant Milton Dykeman. Kiana D. Epps. Tina Renee Floyd Seo. Lauren Nicole Franklin. Abdulrahman Hamad. Michael Dalton Holly, Beta Gamma Sigma. Stephen Charles Joyner, Beta Gamma Sigma. Susan Lynette Joyner, Beta Gamma Sigma. Nakisha Jacole Joseph. Cormac Kelly. Michael Leroy Mosier. Carly Shannon Noonkester. Cassie Elizabeth Sheldnick. Jerry J. Smith. Heath Bruce Thompson, Beta Gamma Sigma. Tuit Tran. Caitlin Elise Wolford. Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting and Finance. Tyler Nicholas Coleman. Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting. Karina Giselle Alvarez. Sarah Beth Black. Rachel Lene Brammer. Tamara Ciara Michelle Davis. Katie Tuit Nguyen Hoang. Victoria Brooke Jackson. Ikra Masood. Austin James Milan. Keith D. Monso. Kinder Marie Myers, summa cum laude, Rhode Honors, and Beta Gamma Sigma. Lisa Lynn Nee Win, summa cum laude, Beta Gamma Sigma. Lauren Renee Scarborough, summa cum laude, Beta Gamma Sigma. Alva Charlene Villamil, magna cum laude, Beta Gamma Sigma. Cheyenne Elaine Watkins. Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. Leoane Michelle Alvarez. Dylan Alexander Armstrong. I'll do the finance people. I've talked to all of them. I think I got it. Then I'll switch over. Short intermission. I wish we're having a short intermission. There we go. I've been standing on my toes. Good. Dat Tan Fan, cum laude. Bachelor of Business Administration in Finance and Economics. Dalton James Bourne. Colby Jules Carpenter. Daisy Irais Vargas. Taisha Nicole Webb. Bachelor of Business Administration in Economics. Raven Darnell Perry. Bachelor of Business Administration in Finance, Daniel Benjamin Flowers. Lindsay Storm Frege. Elika Ivan Wynn. Ariel Nicole Smart. Rochelle Jean Trish. Joseph Anthony Way.
Bachelor's of Business Administration in General Business and Management, Jennifer Crystal Encenia. Crystal Nigen Lee. Corey Wayne Nance. Tia M. Nolan. Bachelor of Business Administration, Entrepreneurship, General Business and Management, Grace Alexander Romero. Bachelor of Business Administration in Entrepreneurship and General Business, Emily Kathleen Bunker. Stormy Nicole DeProce. John T. Rugg. Bachelor of Business Administration and Entrepreneurship, Madison Nicole Afshire. Bachelor's of Business Administration and General Business, Callie Elizabeth Covington. Brittany Yvette Frazier. Bachelor's of Business Administration and General Business Industrial Engineering, Jacoel Alberto Barrera, magna cum laude. Samantha Marino Correa, magna cum laude. Yolanda V. Sorrell. Bachelor's of Business Administration and Management Information Systems, Chelsea Marie Dow. Shamir Dean Finley. Oh, she didn't change that. Christopher Jobit. Wesley Tyler Markham. Denver Lee Thrash, cum laude. Bachelor's of Business Administration and Management, Bailey Elise Bridges, summa cum laude. Colton Matthew Clark. Dustin L. Eves. Philip D. Ingram. Cody Gignar. Devadrick Terrell Pipkin. Jose A. Rivera. Neil Bahat Vora. Bailey Megan Williams. Bachelor of Business Administration, Human Resource Management, Jennifer Galassi Atkins, magna cum laude. Carla Elizabeth Lopez. Bethany Joy Terrell. Camden Loyal Thornton. Stacy Renee Tompkins. Bachelor of Business Administration and Marketing and Accounting, Ripley Drake Beaver. Bachelor's of Business Administration and Marketing, Serena Shaya Marie Esquada. Magna cum laude, Beta Chem Sigma. Brock Jacob Livingston. Bailey Nicole Newton. Vanessa Perez, cum laude. Savannah Sage Porter. Alexa Kinsey Temple, cum laude. Christopher Anthony Thomas. Gina K. Worthy.
Please join me in congratulating our graduates one more time. Graduates, today you join more than 80,000 Lamar alumni. And I would like to take this opportunity to extend to each of you an invitation to join Lamar's Alumni Association. Membership provides continued involvement with the university and college by providing networking and other opportunities to help Lamar students achieve what you have achieved. I encourage you to join this important university organization. And again, congratulations and best wishes to all of our graduates, and thanks to everyone for sharing commencement with us. If now you will please stand and sing with us Lamar University's alma mater.
Lamar, to thee we're singing, voices raised on high. We will forever love thee, laud thee to the sky. We will ever need thee as our guiding star. To us you'll always be our glorious Lamar.